IG, YouTube, what is going on? Make sure you grab your pens, your pads, your notebooks, your tablets, your recorders, whatever it is you got to grab because you're going to want to take some notes today. If you following me and you're live on my YouTube channel, drop your name and what city you chiming in from. If you are on Instagram, drop your name, city, drop your business name. Rolex is serious, brother. Thank you, fam. Thank you. I see you out there doing your thing too, man. All right, we got Maryland in the house. Let's hop in today. We're going to talk about what's wrong with the real estate industry, the real estate market. Uh, is our course is a scam. Like we're going to talk about that here today. See, we got Florida in the house. We got Hawaii. Welcome. We got Gary, Indiana, Gary, Florida. I think I read that wrong. Oh, Gary from Florida. Welcome. Cleveland is always in the house. We got Jersey. We got North Carolina. Make sure you tag at least 5 people. If you could do me a favor, tag at least 3 people for me today. What's up, Jimmy? Where you been, man? If you can tag at least 3 people, type done in the chat. Vegas is always in the house. Houston, I was just in Houston a few days ago. Got stuck there on the layover, so I just decided to spend the night there. Welcome, welcome. Greg from South Carolina. Welcome. Never been to the Carolinas. So I'm not going to be on here long today. What's good, Nick? And so what I want to talk about is where's the level of professionalism when it comes to doing business? We're going to talk about real estate and why people are having a hard time in real estate today, especially for my investors, for my new investors. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about why are people having a difficult time in real estate today. Before we get into that, it's been brought to my attention that a lot of people have been nervous about investing into a real estate coaching program or a real estate course. You don't know what's real, what's a scam, who's scamming, this, that, and the third. Let me help y'all out, okay? Now, this is just best practices for Will Roundtree. Thank you, Derek. Derek said he likes the hoodie. So this is where what I'm saying today. I've been in this space since 2007, verified. Like I'm FICO certified. Like you can't even get that certification anymore. FICO used to certify you. I still hold that certification today. Okay. I've been in a credit space. I've showed you guys my journals, my journal entries from me talking about, what I was doing in 2011. It's still on my Instagram page. Go and check it out. Okay. All right. Facts. Been with ever since I bought Credit is King when you came to Baltimore. Appreciate that, fam. Thank you. Thank you. I don't even know if I have a copy laying around, but yeah, Credit is King is one of the best-selling credit books. That's not just Will Roundtree talking. That's go and read Amazon. Okay. And so the thing that I'm noticing is that back in the day when I first got in this space, it was not popular. It was not flooded with a bunch of us in there. As a matter of fact, I remember I used to whisper to tell people I did credit because I was lightweight ashamed to tell people I was in the credit repair space. When they would be like, hey, well, what do you do? Now I have my 9 to 5. Now I'll be like, hey, I do credit repair. Because of course I was trying to solicit people, but I was lightweight ashamed to tell people I was in a credit repair space because it was frowned upon. It had this gray cloud over it. Okay. The credit repair space is not a new space. It is not. You can actually go to the Secretary of State of Nevada and look up all of my old companies. New Beginnings Credit Repair, We Credit Pros, Universal Credit Repair. Go and look up those company names. Okay. Now, why am I sharing this with you? See, the thing that's happening now, and then I'm going to talk about why some people, especially newer individuals, are having a difficult time when it comes to real estate investing. Okay. The thing that I'm noticing is that a lot of people have been like calling these content creators and influencers and individuals out. And as individuals, as people who purchase courses, because courses are not scams, you know, like these people who are going on people's pages and saying courses are a scam and this, that, and the third, like we're not on Grant Cardone's page saying that. We're not on Tony Robbins' page saying that. We're not on success.com where Jim Rohn has his courses. We're not on Pace Morby. Like, we're not on anybody outside of our community saying courses are a scam. So it's not that courses are a scam. But here's what I'm noticing. People are flooding and chasing and going after people who are popular. It's almost like this whole financial literacy space has adapted to street mentality. This is what I tell people. I'm not doing business with individuals who have nicknames. I'm not doing business with the king of car repair. I'm not doing business with the queen of hair braiding. Now, again, this is just me. This is just me. No knock to anybody. And it's almost like we go on these people's pages and nothing screams professionalism on these pages. And we flock to go and invest in their programs because they're cool. They're hopping off of planes. They're calling you bruh and sis. And they're inviting you to their houses. Y'all are going to the clubs with them. Y'all turning up with them. And then as soon as you don't get the result that you get, you calling them a scammer. But did you ever look at, are they teaching you how to actually invest in real estate? Or are they telling you, hey, bring your money to me and I'll make you some money? Are they telling you, hey, you don't need to learn how to do real estate or trucking or Airbnb. Just park your money with me and I'll do everything for you. The level of professionalism is drastically low. And for a lot of us out here who actually have some form of level of professionalism, we get vilified, or we get the remnants of all of the bad stuff happening. And yes, the thing with for all of my course and content creators and people who are actually out there educating people, see, we show people the long way of how to make this, of how to get your goals accomplished, which means you actually got to do work. We don't see. Here's the thing, and this is, and I got criticized for these type of videos. Yes, especially in the Black community. This is vile. People got mad at me and said I was hating because people are coming on here promoting videos of how to get business credit with bad credit. And there's something fundamentally wrong with that, because if you have bad credit and you go out here and you get these business credit payday loans, you will never be able to get out of them. But because that was popular, because people wanted to skip the steps and not do the work to actually fix their credit, and when I started to point that out, people got upset. And so as I'm sitting here preaching professionalism in business, everybody wanted to go with what was trendy. So going back to my point of my entry point into this industry, see, this whole credit space has really only been popular for about 5 years. It's not new. Because again, I've been in this space almost 15 years. This is not a brand new industry. It's brand new in our community. Let me just go ahead and say it. It's brand new in the Black community. Black people wasn't using credit 5 years ago like this. The Black and brown and minority communities was not using credit 7 years ago. Buying houses with credit card is not something Will Roundtree made up. This is something that they've been doing in communities forever. But because we weren't privileged to sit at those tables, we didn't even know it exists. So it's not that buying credit card, using credit to invest is a scam. It's you're getting the credit for the wrong things, and then when it's time to use the credit to invest, it doesn't work. So then you say it's a scam. No, maybe it's because you're going with the people who are utilizing the nicknames and the king this and the queen that. Look, I'm here to say this, and no disrespect to anybody, but I'm not doing business with people who got king or queen in the title of their name. I'm not doing business with nickname handles. I'm looking for professionalism. That's what I'm investing in. Can I pick up the phone and you have a customer service department? Can I email you and I'm not sending an email to a Gmail account? I invest in professionalism. So a lot of people are getting caught up and getting jammed up, and their money is getting locked up, not because courses is scams, not because the credit space and investing using your credit is a scam, is because people aren't doing their due diligence in investing into viable professional entities. But see, we're not on the Pace Morby pages calling him a scam. He sells programs for the same price point that me and a couple other counterparts. And he has a good program. We're not calling fortune builders a scam. They're $30,000 for their entry package. And you don't speak to nobody. We're not on any of these other individuals who are not in the Black community calling them scams. We're not calling UNLV a scam. We're not calling whatever your top university in your city a scam, because you're paying for courses every semester. Every semester you buy a new course. You're not on Sally Mae page. You're not like, so we got to do better, because let me say this and then I'm going to get on to the real estate side. When you invested in that program, did you think you were going to get professionalism? When you invested in that program, did you invest because you wanted to be their friend? I know people, and no disrespect, this is going to be a very transparent live today. I know people who literally invested in any of my programs and then got mad because I won't let them come and hang out with me in Las Vegas while they're in Vegas. We didn't pay to hang out. I would rather give you your money back. You may not even like me in real life. I don't know. I think I'm cool, but you may not think I'm cool. So we have to stop investing into these programs with the intentions to be cool with these people. You need to invest in the information. Can they get you from point A to point Z? Are they teaching you the processes of execution? Does it scream professionalism? See, when I first started coming on online, I was telling people about mindset. Fix your mindset. Fix your mindset. Why? Not for the sake of you thinking positively, but when you change your mindset, you change your viewpoint of how you look at things. You change your viewpoint of how you inspect things. So in the business sense, I may not be cool to you. Why? Because I run things professionally. I'm not trying to woo you over by the trappings of life that I have. That's not my thing. I'm not trying to woo you because you think you want to be a part of my circle because we do cool things. Well, yeah, I do a lot of cool things. But I don't want you to invest into my program because you think when you come to Vegas, we're going to hang out. That's not professional. So we need to ask ourselves, are we investing because they use sis and bruh? Will Roundtree got checked via email about 9 months ago. Let me explain. So sometimes, because I'm not immune to this type of stuff, sometimes Will Roundtree can get comfortable. I'm on point now, but sometimes you need somebody to check you. And so it was it was an older client who was emailing me, and I responded back, and I was like, "Hey, Queen, da 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 da," and she hit me back, and she said, "Don't call me that. My name is Ms. So and So, da 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 da." Now, I didn't get upset. I didn't take it personal. I didn't get emotional. My emotional intelligence is intact. Sometimes I got to check it, but I'm mindful of those things. And I responded back and I said, you know what? I completely apologize, and you're 1,000% right. Can we start this over? As a matter of fact, are you available for a phone call? So I picked up the phone, gave the customer a call, and I apologized verbally. And I said, you know what? That will no longer happen again, et cetera, et cetera. But I got comfortable. Why? Because in business, we got to stop doing business like homeboys and homegirls. We gotta have a level of professionalism. And I've actually had clients who ended up investing more money with me because they said, Will, I appreciate the level of professionalism you display along with your organization. So sometimes people are getting got because they're investing for the wrong reason into that program. Stop investing because you want to be cool with them. Stop investing because you think because they speak the language of the streets. Where's that gotten you thus far? We got to do better, y'all. We have to do better. We have to do better. We have to. So the main reason I also wanted to come on was a couple things. Of course, we need to address this elephant in the room when it comes to this real estate stuff too. Okay. The information is applicable, but let me tell you what the point I mean. See, another reason people are having a hard time in some of these spaces is because they're teaching you guys off of old information. I know for a fact I can probably name 25 people who have ripped up 98% of my content. I got the I got the Stripe receipts with the names and credit card statements with their information to show it. I would never do that, but I can name probably 25 people who have ripped up my information. But see, here's the difference. And this is one of the reasons I don't go live as much unless you're a part of my ecosystem, is because people would just take what I talk about and when I'm giving surface information, and they've went and built an entire community off of that. And I'm fine with that. But then don't get mad when you're not getting the full value because their price is cheaper. See, let me explain something to you. There's a discrepancy with the term value, and I'll explain. Let's say person A has a course for $5,000 and it's one video in there. Okay. They have a course, it's 5,000, one video in there, and it's $5,000. And then you have person number two, who their course is $1,500 with 50 videos in there. Which one has more value? The one for 5,000 with one video, or the one for $1,500 with 50 videos? Which one has more value? Let me see if somebody can respond. The 5,000 with one video or the 1,500 with 50 videos? See the realtor know the game. See, here's where people get confused at. Most of the time, the person with the 50 videos, most of the information in there doesn't talk about execution. See, the person with the one video, yes, it's more expensive, but what will it cost you not knowing the information properly? See, I would rather pay the $5,000 for the one video that gets directly to the point of how do I execute versus $1,500 of 50 videos of them talking about themselves. Let me show you my car. Let me show you the trips I go to. Let me do this, that, and then let me show you how to get credit with bad credit. Let me show you how to go get a G-Wagon using schedule section 179. Like the 50 videos is all teaching you, is telling you everything of how to stay in debt. Nothing in there screams prosperity. But we say, oh, $1,500, that's like, so the value is subjective, but you got to find the value in how can I get from point A to point Z in the shortest period of time, which leads me to my second portion of this. See, poor people don't value time. Let me explain that. Poor, acronym, passing over opportunities repeatedly. Has nothing to do with your financial situation or how much money is in your bank account. Poor stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. And I'm looking at two different screens, so y'all don't be in my comments. And so, with that being said, poor people don't value their time. Why? Because they spend more money trying to figure things out. Successful people, affluent people pay to cut their time in half. Now you may be asking yourself, Will, what does this have to do with anything? It has a lot. Because when we talk about real estate, it's not working for some people who are new in this space because they're selling you on old information. Let me give you an example. See, we have to first understand that interest rates will probably never be at 3% again, ever. And what's happening is we had a window where people were making so much money so fast in pretty much everything. In this case, we're just going to talk solely about real estate. Okay, people made money so fast in real estate in a short window of time, not knowing that real estate was never used to get rich fast. Somebody type that in the chat. Real estate was never used to get rich fast. See, what's happening is the market is actually correcting back to way real estate investing looked like in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. And I'm going to give you proof on that. See, real estate is actually going back, it's correcting itself back to what it used to look like. But see, so many people made so much money in such a short period of time that people got into real estate investing as if, hey, let me hurry up and flip my money into real estate. So when I get people to say, hey, I got $5,000, how can I make some money real fast in real estate? I tell them you don't. Real estate was never used to make money fast. Real estate was to build wealth long term. But so many people are still predatorily coming after you and saying, hey, let me show you how to quit your job from real estate tomorrow. And meanwhile, you got a 500 credit score. You got a bunch of bad business credit loans that you will never dig yourself up out of. And so what ended up happening is that there's been this whole culture selling to us. There's been this culture of selling, losing. Somebody type that in the chat. There's been this entire culture of selling, losing. Here's what I mean. Hey, let me help you get credit with having bad credit. Let me help you buy real estate with having no money and bad credit. Let me help you do this. Let me help you do that without doing anything. So then we wake up and we look at our situation and we're like, oh, damn, I got bad credit. Let me go do this. Oh, I got bad credit. Let me find out how I can just go and get an LLC and go and do this and get some credit. So people have been selling y'all losing for so long that you think that that's actually how the game goes. When I told y'all in 2016, you want to be in position to have the power to purchase. I had the PPP acronym before the Paycheck Protection Plan. I was using PPP for a long time, but it's to be in position to have the power to purchase. But people have been selling y'all on losing for so long. That's the way you think it should really be. So you don't want to do the work. That was ninjas telling other ninjas that they can help flip houses with OPM, and it's way deeper than that. Agreed. As a matter of fact, they even made it to the point to where they're telling you, hey, go come to me and get 50,000, 100,000 in business credit, and then give me your money, and then I'm going to put it in a house for you. In their business name is uh, 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 Mr. Win It All. Hopefully that's not nobody's name because I'm not trying to pick on nobody. Like my business name is called Mr. Win It All. So go and get all of this credit and come invest it with Mr. Winner All. I'm not even using my legitimate business name. Like, first of all, I'm not doing business with any grown ass man or woman who got a nickname. Could you imagine if if Warren Buffett was Mr. Swaggy? Can you imagine Warren Buffett coming out and he's like, "Hey guys, come invest your money with me. It's the original Swaggy, a Swaggy B." Could you imagine Warren Buffett calling himself Swaggy B? But because we want business to be so relatable to the streets, that's why we fall for the drug dealer stories. And I'm all for people refining who they are, but we're now selling to that. We're like, oh man, I can get money fast like that. It's just like the streets. We got to do better, y'all. And so what's happening is that people are coming in and we're not even doing our due diligence because we're like, I connect with you, fam. Man, you resonate with me. And nothing about them screams professionalism, and nothing about what they said even talks about helping you to execute. They said, let me help you get credit with bad credit. Let me show you how to get $100,000 with no social without a PG. And then once you get the money, come give it to me and I'm gonna go invest it. And so now you have zero control over your IP. You can't blame, you can't. So we got to stop calling all these people scam artists because you should have saw the signs. And is it a scam or is it you not doing your due diligence? Because 50% of this stuff can be prevented, but we want to do business with Swaggy B. Let me tell you when it comes to real estate, check this out. In 1980, if somebody is following along with me, type this in the chat. In 1980, interest rates were 13.74%. 1980, interest rates 13.74%. In 1985, interest rates were 12.43%. 1985, 12.43%. In 1990, interest rates were 10.1%. 1990, 10.1%. In 1995, interest rates were 7.9%. 1995, interest rates were 7.9%. In 2000, interest rates were 8.6%. 2000, interest rates were 8.6%. Now, here's what I want you guys to know. This was for people who had great credit. So could you imagine for those who had parents who actually owned a house in 1980, their interest rate was a 13%. And they didn't complain. The rate was the rate. 2010, interest rates 4.8%. 2010, 4.8. 2015, 3.9. 3.9. 2020, 2.6. 2.6. And today, approximately it's about an 8.6% today. So now, when we take the time period that most of you on here have probably been either in the real estate space or been getting money in real estate, it was from that 2015 to 2020. We were in a historically low interest rate period that our parents in their entire lifetime have never seen in their lives. Most of them didn't even own homes, so they can't even relate to what the interest rate was back then, which is why we got people who are a lot more mature complaining about the rates today because they didn't own houses back in the day. And so people got so spoiled in the custom between that 3.9 and 2.6. Look, I'm here to tell you those interest rates are gone. And if you are not navigating with someone in this space who is talking to you in a new unit of time, in real time, this is why you're losing. And they continue to sell you losing, which is why you continue to stay in a deficit. See, three things have to happen in order for the housing market to go back to the golden years that a lot of people missed out on. But here's the thing. I was telling y'all to get prepared in 2016. So you still had time to do so. But y'all wanted, not y'all on here, but people want to go buy CPNs. People wanted to run credit scams. People wanted to burn up Navy Federal. People to abuse Capital One. And so then when it came time to really do real estate, and when interest rates got to 2.6%, you couldn't capitalize because you done messed up your real credit, your fake credit, and everybody else credit around you. When all you had to do was become disciplined, become professional, and do things the right way. Trust me, I get it. Being professional takes a lot longer. I get it. Being in position takes time, but you've been broke most of your life anyway. And when I'm saying you, not you in particular, because I was. But I was willing to put myself in position and build a foundation. And so that's why you got my brother on here, Terrence. That's why you got the realtor out of Maryland, who they can stop doing everything they're doing here today and they still good. I could stop doing everything I'm doing here today and I'll still be good. Why? Because I've built my foundation the right way. I wasn't chasing the swaggy B lifestyle of business. I did it the boring way. But guess what? Boring and solid doesn't crumble. Let me tell you those three things real quick as I wrap up, because I got to get to this podcast. If you guys didn't see, I'm going to be on the Green Room podcast today. All right. So number one, interest rates have to fall by 4.4% in order for the housing market to get back to where it was. It's actually all three things have to align for this to happen. Now, here's the irony of that. A lot of people are like, man, I'm going to just buy when the rates go down. Guess what? If the rates go down, the prices are going back up. Guess what? And why? Because the supply will be there, and that means more people are going to buy. And because more people are going to buy, that means the prices are going to go back up. So these $500,000 houses that you're not used to paying for, but you're paying $500,000 for, even though they was 300,000 last year, is going to go to 700,000. Why? Because the interest rates will go down. It's going to drive the prices up even more. So do you really want rates to go down? Possibly, yes. But learn how to maneuver in the climate that it's in now. Because all we're doing is going back to how people were investing in real estate in the 80s. People was buying real estate in 1990. How you think your big mama had all them houses? But guess what? Your parents sold them all. You sold them all. That's why we don't got nothing. I'm doing a lot of Uber Eats to get myself into your REI 90 program soon. Derek Smart, good stuff. Hit me up though. We may have a quicker way for you through my in-house financing. So our grandparents owned houses at this 12%, and they built a very nice foundation at 12, 13, 15% interest rates. It's just that your parents sold them all. Some of y'all too. Definitely, it's time to rack up on rentals. I've been telling y'all to buy rentals for the past 6 years, but no, everybody wanted to flip. And I'm cool with flipping, but at least keep some of the wealth. Did y'all see my video I posted? I think it was yesterday, where one of my clients, he was like, "Man, Will, I don't own none of the stuff that I did in real estate over 6 years." And I said, "How much do you think how much have you do you think you've done in real estate transactions?" He said 7 million. And I said, "How much of that is paying you today?" And you could hear a pin drop. This man did $7 million in real estate transactions and not making a dime off of any of it today. He must have bought Swaggy B's course. All right. So the three things that need to happen in order for the housing market to go back to what you thought it, what it used to be. It ain't gonna be that no more. I have to tell people, used to be's don't make honey. All right. Next, the median income needs to increase by 62% in order for the housing market and everything to align to what you thought it should still be. Instead of getting emotional, get better. 62%. So that means if you make $50,000, your income has to go to 81,000 in order for you to afford the exact same home today. I love Swaggy B course. I'm going to take my time and do it the right way. That's what I'm talking about, Lynn. Or you could join REI 90 so I could teach you how to do it the right way. If you're making 100,000, you now got to make 162,000. So whatever your income is, it has to increase by 62% to be in the average income medium to afford the housing prices today. So while everybody fighting over 50-50, y'all might need to be tag teaming to own some real estate. Too soon? So while y'all having these 50-50 podcasts, y'all need to be going 50-50 to buy Big Mama house back. Because y'all sold it to go to Bermuda. Look, yes, the sand in Bermuda is nice and it feels good in between my toes. But look, I'd rather get paid monthly. I'll build the beach in my backyard. Look, you get enough rentals, you can build a beach in your backyard. Next, housing prices have to fall by at least 31%. Housing prices have to fall by at least 31%. So that $500,000 house that you thought about buying, it has to drop to 345,000. That $300,000 property you're looking at, it has to drop to 207. These things aren't happening. Everybody type in the chat. It is what it is. Right now, it is what it is. And you just have to learn how to conform and play the game. Because, see, the goal of real estate is not to get rich. Excuse me. The goal in real estate is not to look rich. It's to really build a portfolio so one day you can actually become rich. See, don't nobody know what their net worth is. See, I'm building for my net worth. I'm building for my long term. Everybody type this in the chat. I buy cash flow. I was on a call today with the individual who's about to join my REI 90 program. And he said, Will, how do I get to the next level with my credit? And I said, you need to buy cash flow. He said, why do you say that? Because I said, because everything else that you're going to try, you have a 90% failure rate at it. He was like, what do you mean? I said, for every 10 businesses, how many of them fail? He said 90%. And I said, and statistically, you fall in that 90%. But if I go and buy something already making money, you've already far exceeded the statistic and you put yourself in a better contingency to win. So when I'm talking about, and I've been preaching this for so long that I preach that you want to buy cash flow, anytime I'm looking for to make some money, I'm going to buy it. But see, poor people, they want to work for it. Nothing wrong with that, but you can't save yourself to success. You invest your way to success. I've never met a saver who's living a life that they want to live. But here's what happened. See, as we gotten older, I got about 10 more minutes. See, as we've gotten older and we start seeing our great uncles and Paw and all of them driving them fancy Cadillacs, it took them 60 years to get that Cadillac, y'all. Why? Because Paw them saved up and they took their retirement and they paid their house off. And then they finally got to do the one thing that they always wanted to do. And that's go get that Cadillac. And you don't even got Paw Cadillac no more. But then you start seeing the people popping up and they're living a life at 20 years old and 30 and 40, and you think you're supposed to be where they are because they're the same age, because they come online and say, what up, bruh? What up, sis? I'm gonna show y'all how to get rich in 90 days and this and that and that. But they don't tell you about the other 7 streams of income that they created through real estate. They telling y'all to flip all of the houses, but they buying them because they buying them from you. So you done mortgaged your family legacy for a couple dollars so you can go get a Tesla that drive by itself. Damn, I think I just heard my Tesla sponsorship. I don't think I'll get that sponsorship with Tesla now. So we got to do better, y'all. So what does this have to relate to Will Roundtree? This is what I'm teaching y'all in the REI 90. This is what I teach y'all. Let me give y'all, let me share a message with y'all that I got from a contractor today. This was today at 11 my time. Said, Will, I done ran into one of your students from REI 90 group. LOL. We're looking at the same property to purchase today. You doing good shit, man. Because we're actually showing people how to execute. I'm not telling people to go get all this credit and give it to Will Roundtree. People, I remember I signed up a client who was like, you don't want a part of the deal? I'm like, nah. I'm even going to show you how to find the deals. I'm going to show you how to evaluate the deals. How you feel about halfway houses? Anything that's cash flowing, I'm cool with it. See, I don't care if it's a halfway house, a whole house, or a partial house. If it pays cash flow, I'm going to get the house. I don't care if it's tax liens. I don't care if it's pre-foreclosures. I don't care if it's this or that. Like, my thing is that I don't get caught up in the semantics. I'm focused on if it cash flows and I can debt service, I'm going to invest. People, my famous line, I'll buy a TP if it can cash flow. I might even go to Alaska, see if igloos, what kind of cash flow I can get in the igloo. Because if it's cash flowing, I'm buying. And I'm going to show y'all how I do it with a credit card. So the thing that I'm really trying to show y'all is that stop complaining about what the rates are. It is what it is. The rates are the rates. You just got to get better. Jim Rohn said, don't wish you were easier, wish you were better. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. See, so the fact why you still waiting around, waiting for rates to drop. I know people who are waiting for rates to drop from 2%. Well, I'm going to wait to see if it go to 1. And meanwhile, you still in the same financial situation, but now you can't afford nothing. So that same house, those same houses I was buying at $30,000 when I was telling people, hey, come meet me in Milwaukee. And people didn't want to do that. And so now they're mad because now the same houses that they could have got for $30,000 is $150,000. Well, Roundtree came up. Everybody who I took to Milwaukee came up. So now guess what? You just got to figure out how to make money at the 130. It's still possible. You got to learn some strategies. You got to figure out how to, but also keep in mind, don't expect to get rich off of one house. The goal is you're building compound, you're compounding your interest on your cash flow. Because remember, and I'm going to leave you all with this, real estate was never intended for you to get rich fast. Real estate was put in place for you to win forever. Because if you go and ask 10 people who made a lot of money in real estate in the past 5 years, I can almost assure you most of them ain't got a dime to their name right now. Why? Because they was focused on trying to get rich as opposed to making money forever. See, in the REI 90 program, I'm going to give you the value real quick. We're going to show you how to get the money. We're going to help you get your credit fixed. We're going to make sure your business is structured properly. See, we don't sell losing at the REI 90. We push you to get better and we hold you accountable because it is your responsibility. And when you look up the definition of responsibility, it means to have a duty. Your duty is for you to do better. Your duty is to get your family out of whatever financial ruin they're in. Your duty is whatever you promised them every December 31st and every year when you toasting that cheap liquor that you got up in that wine glass because you ain't putting yourself in a better position. Stop drinking that Ripple. It's like, so this is why I created the REI 90 program, because we don't promote, we don't sell losing. Our focus is to position you to get in a better position so you can eventually purchase. Got a young king on here, Jihad, 20 some years old, about to close on his first property at 20 something, got 100 some thousand in credit, changed his whole life. And now he and his dad are partnering together on deals. But guess what? I didn't tell him and his dad to partner and do everything together. I made him and his dad create 2 different entities. So now they have double the purchasing power. You start by going to rei90.com. 50 in Zynga. Go to rei90.com. You can even book a call to speak with one of my advisors tonight. Jihad, can you hop on for 2 minutes? Because I got to hop off here anyway. If you can hop on for 2 minutes, Jihad. Justin Isidore closed his 6 deals this year alone because of REI 90. He said, Will, once I learned how to evaluate deals, it was a wrap. What's up, Jihad?
What's up, man? I'm at the gym. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Let them know how old you are,
I'm
man. Tell them they ain't got no
22.
excuse.
Yeah,
22.
22.
How much capital did you get?
100,000.
100,000.
100K.
100K. And you about to do what next week?
Next week, buy a house.
About to close on your first property.
My first investment. Yeah, I'm excited. I talked to Jeff today.
How easy did we make the process for you?
It was very easy. Y'all came in, y'all wiped off like 10 of my inquiries. After that, all I had to do, my credit was already in position. So after that, literally, I just have to execute, run the play, broke the deals down, found a good one, and I'm actually closing on the same one that you took us on that Milwaukee event. It's the same house. I went and then I asked Nate, I was like, "Is this one available?" Like, after everybody went away, and it was still available. So it's literally the same house from the Milwaukee event that you took us to.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. So if you had to give people one takeaway that helped you, what would that be? I know you probably have multiple, but if you had to come up with at least one.
My biggest one, I would say, was for sure just invest in yourself. Because at the time when I joined the academy, when I joined the REI 90, I'm not gonna lie, that was like the biggest purchase I ever made. Like I never spent that much money before, like at one time like that. But I'm so glad I did it. That was the biggest takeaway I could get. Just invest in yourself. And I remember when I got out the military, I didn't really have no straight plan. I was kind of just going off of faith. And then when I joined the program, it was like perfect timing because I didn't have a plan. And all the the older dudes were telling me like, oh, the same thing you just said, like the interest rates and like I don't know nothing about real estate. The interest rates, they were kind of like trying to scare me. So I didn't even tell nobody that I was joining this program. I didn't even tell nobody that, like, my mama still don't even know I'm about to buy a house. She gonna find out when I buy it. But because I don't like people, speaking negatively. A lot of people's mindsets messed up. So when I joined your program, you for sure opened my eyes and my mindset helped a lot. It changed a lot.
Man, I appreciate that, Jahad, man. So no, appreciate that, man. I just wanted you to hop on here real quick, and I'll see you on tomorrow's call, man.
Oh yeah, I see you, man. Thanks,
thank you, man. Y'all hear that? Y'all have no excuses. Young man is in his early 20s. Early 20s. Early 20s. Let me see. Hey, Trev, you on here real quick? And Jahad, I need you to record a testimony, man. All that money you got, man. If you can't tell me, you got to go get a haircut. Had a barber come to your house. What up, Trev?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Man, everything. So for those who don't know, Trev is a young man who hopped on my live about 3 months ago, and we had a very transparent exchange. And I said, look, if you do everything you said you was going to do, I'll invite you to come out. He joined the REI 90. What has your experience been since?
It's been amazing, honestly. Like the level of care that you've been given and information has become another level. And then you could just tell that you really care about your mentees and stuff. Just information. You got the Facebook group. You actually engage with your mentees, so that's actually great. But as far as information, man, it's been on another level. Like I originally told you, sorry, I'm at the gym right now. Like,
no, get it in, man. Get it in.
So so from the information you provided, I'm in the process of starting my LLC, and I found a credit partner. So I'm trying to get my LLC information right. Set up the website, business email. Just put everything right. So when I do apply for the funding, everything will look right on paper. So that's just where I'm at with the process with that. But I would have never even knew about the information if it wasn't for you. So I'm truly thankful for truly. And then the experience that in Milwaukee, I was just on another level.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did come to Milwaukee, man. That was what's up, man.
Yeah, definitely. Just talking with the Nate and then your GC, and just breaking down the information. It was just awesome, man. Just a whole experience. So I'm truly thankful, and I'm still here. So
Definitely. Well, appreciate that, man. Go ahead and get that workout in. I love to see, my young people out there in the gym. But man, thank you, and we're gonna see you at the top, Trev.
yes, sir.
Absolutely. So y'all just heard from two different people who they've bought into the culture. They've bought into the culture. Let me see. Chef says she wants to hop on real quick. I'll put you on the spot, Jaha. Hey, you got to get ready, man. What's going on, Chef?
What's going on? Hold on a minute. Let me make sure my thing is clean. Are we giving a testimony about how awesome you are? How awesome your REI 90 is? How resourceful you are?
Hey.
We giving you the props today?
I'm just tag teaming people in.
I send you all my people.
You do.
And they're very grateful for you. I'm grateful for you and everything, all the knowledge that you bring, because I don't even think I'll be in a position I'm in right now. And I was thinking about that earlier today, how far I've come from when I first started working with you and knowing you in general. And you can tell for yourself it's a shift. It's a heck of a shift. It's a big change. And your programs are bomb. And my girlfriends that I sent to you, my guy friends I've sent to you, they all call me like, why you didn't tell me about him sooner? I told you when you asked me about it. But no, you're dope.
Thank you.
And the free gems, I really appreciate you for these, because for the people who, financially at the moment can't, tap into certain things, even though you give crazy deals and your emails always giving some deal. So they ain't no excuse. You be marking down to hold people down. But still, like, I'm just throw that out there. Y'all check your emails. He be marking down to hold y'all down. Don't try to brand that. If you do, I want that shirt.
Hey, we can split it.
No, the free gems are so helpful, and I tell people all the time, like, tap into his page, watch his lives, put y'all notifications on, because he gives free gems for like an hour. So what you don't know, all you gotta do is ask in a box, and he gonna give you some free gems. So just know I appreciate you. Just know I think you dope. Just know that I know how much your team and you work. Not, it's you and a team. And I've seen firsthand how structured you are and how you build your team up, which has helped me with my team as well. So I thank you for those jewels and those gems, and for always looking out for me. I got a bomb account. And I've done some restructuring to the business. I've learned that, I am a one-woman army, but you do need people behind you to keep you grinding and keep you pushing. You got to be on top of your business. You got to know the business of your business. That's so vital. Like, if you do not know the business of your business, whether it's what you're buying into, as far as your real estate property, you have to know your numbers, and you have to know what you're buying around. And you've taught me a lot of things. Like, when I ask you questions about certain things, I be feeling dumb as a doorknob, and you be having the answers like on point. And I appreciate you for being so knowledgeable in this business. No. So I thank you, and I appreciate your work. I learned a lot from you.
Absolutely, Chef. Well, I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for
everybody check your emails too. Like, he sent out like 3 emails a day. I get them.
They increase.
I'm gonna see you later. I'm about to do this interview for that's what I just stole from you. I ain't gonna front. So you know how you did your interview and you got those nice words that pop up with the colors,
right?
But like you ask questions about the business, so that it's relatable to the people and they feel like they're tapping into your world. I actually have an interview set up right now with a videographer and a photographer and a moderator to do that, to brand myself. So in the business,
there you go.
So they know more about the business. On the business side, like all the questions that people want to know about the business. I stole that from you, so I might give you a little shout out.
Absolutely, appreciate you, Chef.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Let me go upstairs.
Later. Thank you. Peace. If y'all are not following Chef Couture, make sure you do. Top celebrity chef in the nation. Whoever your favorite artist, an influencer, an entertainer, movie star, actor, she's probably their private chef. So definitely shout out to her. So look, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I know that's like this like my third close. Y'all know black churches, we get like 3 closes. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Documentation beats conversation. See, my job isn't to convince people on why my program is great. My job is not to convince people and twist their arms to do stuff. But what I am here to do is to show you clearly what you've been doing isn't working. Clearly, what people have been doing is chasing a fictitious result. I'm not gonna coddle you and tell you you're gonna be a millionaire in 30 days. Could it happen? It can, but we all really know the statistics on that. I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm here to give you direction. I'm here to hold you accountable. I'm here to make sure you're responsible in your decision making. And I'm here to give you the execution strategy and not just tell you to bring your money to me. That's what I'm here to do. And if you still can't see the value in that, then I'm just not your cup of tea. And I get that. And that's fine. So while all your friends are while all your friends are winning and you're sitting on the sideline and you got the screw face, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all stay tapped in. I will be going live again this coming up Friday. Just be expected for me to go live on Mondays and Fridays. All right. Go, if you book a call, speak with my team, rei90.com. Look, I've even eliminated money being your issue. I now will help cover the long-term costs, and I now brought in the in-house financing. So I've eliminated your issues, and I don't care what your credit score is. Stop letting credit be an issue, because once you get in, then we're going to talk about we got to fix the credit. Not just going to let you stay in a losing position. So go to rei90.com, book your free call. And with that being said, I'll see y'all on the other side. Peace.